Welcome to the unboxing of the Corsair K95 RGB Platinum Keyboard. What is up, everybody? It's the Don with the Don Tech, and today I wanted to go through the overview and unboxing of the K95, try not to get too much of a glare here, the K95 Platinum Keyboard from Corsair. This is a $200 keyboard, and I wanted to go over to see if it was actually worth $200. Now, some of the things that this comes with itself is it's just a standard mechanical keyboard. It's got the full key layout, as I'll show when we get to that a little bit more. Some of the features that this one seems to offer is going to be the Cherry MX key switches that are of the speed variety, the ultra fast variety. So that means that you're going to be able to hit and actuate like half as fast as, or twice as fast as you could on a regular key switch. But I'm going to do another video where I demonstrate some of those differences. It also is going to come with all these programmable keys and everything like that, 6 programmable keys, and 8 megabytes of profile storage with hardware, macro, and lighting playback, yada yada yada. And it has aircraft grade anodized brushed aluminum, if we can get that to show right there. And we'll see if it makes it even worth a $200 keyboard. And this should be packed pretty premiumly because, again, $200. So there's the keyboard itself in all its beauty, and the cable itself. And as always with every unboxing, we'll get to the keyboard in just a second. You gotta look through the rest of the goodies in the box first, don't you know? Typical manual stuff, typical warranty stuff. You shouldn't really need that on a keyboard. In here you've got the FPS and MOBA keycap replacements to help give you a little bit more tactile of a feel so you can see them, and the little key replacer here itself. So you have just a couple of different keys here, WASD over here, and then the keycap replacer in a nice little vacuum sealed package. Cool, cool. So I guess we take this out. This is just going to be the wrist rest, I guess. It is supposed to have 2 different sides to the wrist rest, and that is all that's in that box. There's supposed to be something special about this wrist rest itself, that if you, you pop it open and you flip it around, you've got that. So I'll go into that a little bit more detail when I actually get everything kind of assembled, but that was something that I read about after I bought it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So you can kind of change the way that the wrist rest feels. This is very heavy and very nice. But then to the keyboard itself. You've got a standard thickness braided cable right here. So just standard braid. You've got the USB pass-through, so that's why you have 2 connections and everything like that. So you've got a pass-through probably on the top here, just like same with any other Corsair keyboard. Sorry that the plastic is still on that. And then we've got, wow, the actual keyboard itself. So I can say this does feel pretty premium. Does actually feel like it's got some nice build quality to it and everything. It's always nice, kind of set it here if you can. You can really see the brushed aluminum. It's definitely really something nice. I like it, but I can't actually plug it in and get any power to it over here, so we're gonna cut to the next part where I'm gonna get some power to this beauty, and we can see how this is an LED bar itself. We get to see how that will light up and how the rest of the system works and lights up. But before that point, let's just do a little, oh, that actually feels, that feels pretty good. It's actually really responsive. I can't actually tell that half actuation. This is the first keyboard I've actually had that had that ability with it. The K95 and the Strafe I don't think have that. Or they might, but the Strafe that I'm used to is silent, so it doesn't feel in the same way. As you can tell, this thing is just absolutely beautiful looking. I've got the lights off, obviously, to show how bright and luminescent this actual keyboard is. This is what happens when you first plug it in, just the basic swirl of rainbow colors going around. And this has really nice lighting all throughout. Most Corsair RGB keyboards are gonna have that, just edge-to-edge lighting on the keys themselves. The difference with this one is it's got this back bar all the way alongside here that lights up with the color scheme that you're doing. And I do think it adds quite a nice touch to things. I'll find out if it's useful when I use it a little bit more practically, but I'm really satisfied with the way that the lights look. I do have a Strafe RGB keyboard as well that I've used to control with the different lighting structures and everything. And it's nice to have that, but honestly, it does kind of get a little not boring, but it just gets, okay, yeah, I've changed the colors on my keyboards, it's RGB, you know, it's nice like that. You set it up the first time and then you kind of stop thinking about it for a while. But I do like to change it for, you know, different holidays or something like that. We've got Thanksgiving, you can change it to something Halloween, more of an orange and black, Christmas, red and green, you know, those sort of things that kind of can make the room feel a little bit more festive. So that's kind of cool to have that ability to control, and the software should be even easier to use than it ever was before. So one final look at the keyboard itself, and we're just going to do a little bit of a keyboard typing test on it. When I do the typing test, usually I'm able to get like 100 to 110 words per minute when I'm following something on script, so I'll usually be able to tell if there's a lot of problems. This doesn't have any ghosting on it as well either, so we'll just do the basic, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog to test out the entire layout itself. I really do like it. Let's try that one more time. It feels really nice, actually. It's probably one of the most great feeling tactile feels that I've had on a keyboard before. And before I actually forget, you've got the wrist rest here. They're both rubber on the side. This has more of a texturized sort of feel. I don't know if that's going to be able to show up at all, but it's more texturized. And this is pretty much smooth. It looks texturized as well because it has little dots on it, but it's completely smooth. It's held in with magnets, so that's kind of cool. It won't really fall out. And the wrist rest itself has a really, really good feel. So it's nice and comfortable, probably one of the better ones, but if you're used to Corsair, this is gonna feel very similar to all those other Corsair wrist rests that you've been using. So anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this, a little bit of a video on the new keyboard itself. I more so wanted to get a quick unboxing video out there to show kind of what this keyboard had to offer. And stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm gonna be doing a comparison test between this keyboard, the K95 Platinum, the K75, and the Strafe RGB Silent. So stay tuned. Like I said, you'll see that review coming up soon, that comparison between those three. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, the Don's got your back.